I am
Recording in progress.
all right. I think I am live on LinkedIn as well. I'll just check and we'll give a couple of minutes as well to other people to join. Okay, all right. Uh, Hi everyone. A very warm welcome to this live event where I'm going to talk about your exhaustion. So before we quickly deep dive into the whole topic, I just want you to explore this. I'm going to ask you a very quick question. Okay. So tell me, how many of you feel like really exhausted at the end of the day? Like really tired. Like even if someone asks you for a glass of water and you'll be like, oh my God, I don't want to get up right now. And if someone is just coming there around you, sitting with you, talking about how their day went, and you just feeling quite irritated inside, like take this person away from me. Like I'm already so exhausted, I don't have energy to do anything, I don't have energy for anyone. I feel so tired. How many of you have felt, especially on those days as well, where you did not have a very large to-do list, your day wasn't that long, it wasn't like you are just sitting there. uh, it wasn't like you kept running throughout the day from shifting from one task to another. Even on the non so heavy working days, you have felt that. Drop a me in the comments and let me know how many of you have really felt this, really experienced this. I'm sure a lot of you have felt that, because that is why you're here, to understand. That feeling has pushed you, that has brought you here to understand why is it happening with you, right? This is why I have actually scheduled this live today. Um, I like to tell you one thing before we get into depth. It's not really about your to do. No, it's not about the number of tasks that you do during the day. It is not about this tiredness, this exhaustion. Is not about the work that you do, but rather it is about the invisible work that you do. The work that you are not seeing, the work that your brain is actually doing, but you're not able to spot it. That is exactly what we are going to talk about today. A very warm welcome to all of you in this session today. I am Sanvi, I'm your confidence coach. I help people become deeply confident about themselves by aligning them to who they are, who actually they are, what is their identity. I help them find that, and that's how we work together. We go through this journey where we find this person, where we meet this inner identity, and that's where your deep confidence lies. And as a coach, in my experience, I have seen that there's just so many people that don't have this space. It's not just about having time, but they really don't have the space. They really lack energy, the space to explore themselves, the space uh, to work on the dreams that they had once thought about. And anytime you ask them, they'll be like, and I think you are also probably one of them, so you can go, like, you can self reflect and let me know in the comments if this is resonating with you as well. Whenever you feel like, oh, this project I wanted to work upon, I had dreamt of this someday, we're grown ups now, I don't have the energy to do so, we have so much more responsibilities, I don't have the space in my life, and things like that. All of these are all of these come out as your explanations to why you haven't still started on that project. And you know, this is exact the lack of space and energy that I'm talking about, that I want to address in today's session, because I really want you to think about all the mental and the emotional labor that goes into the work that you do, that goes into everything that you do day in, day out, which is something that we don't spot, which is something that we don't see. And it really acts as the silent thief that just sucks upon our energy, that keeps us stuck, and that keeps us far, far, far away from the desired life that we want to achieve. And I am going to show it to you exactly how to spot it as well as stop it. And by the way, I am live on two spaces, so I would be keeping like I would be going from here and there. So just letting you know, I'm live on two spaces, and let's go ahead. Now, let's first discover what is actually draining you, right? What is actually draining you? For that, I would want you to think about today morning when you woke up, and even slightly before that. I want you to focus, I want you to think about what was the first thing when that alarm bell rang. I want you to think about what did you do? Maybe snooze a couple of times, maybe woke up and started thinking about what are you going to do for the rest of the day. What is the first task? Get ready in 10 minutes, make tea for myself, for my family, or prepare lunch, or prepare for the meeting, early morning meeting that you have. The first thoughts. Did you take out time to thank universe that you are alive today? Did you take out time to thank your body for all the repair work that it has done throughout the night? And I want you to really just go back in that moment, the first moment after you woke up. What did you feel while thinking about all these tasks? Oh my God, I have to go to this meeting. Oh my God, I have to do this. What should I prepare for lunch today? What should I, which vehicle should I take today? God knows what all things do we think about. Hitting the gym. I have 1 hour, less than 1 hour for the gym today, and I'll just quickly squeeze into all of these workouts and so on and so forth. We start the day running. The mind starts running. The very first moment, the moments where your brain is like literally trying to uh, go from an unconscious zone to a conscious zone, you are literally asking it to just start running, right? There's no warm up time being given to our brain. Even when we go work out, we give our body a good proper stretch, proper warm up to experience the deep benefits of the workout and to keep the body calm while doing those, not push it, not stretch it like way too extensively. But we're not giving our brain that, even that warm up phase that we really need, that the mind really needs to function properly, right? So um, I want you to like really notice this, the invisible work that our mind is doing. You see, always the brain is working, always it is on, always tracking, always planning, always uh, thinking about some or the other thing. Like you're at the office and you would be thinking about on my way back home, I have to purchase groceries. Um, At night, this is what I want to do. All of those things. This is what is called mental labor. This is what is called mental load. Now, I'm not saying that planning is not necessary. No, I'm not saying that. All I'm trying to tell you is we never acknowledge that our brain is doing this as well. And we try to plan so much, uh, and we try to squeeze in a lot of tasks without really understanding the energy consumption even these activities are taking, with the energy that is being used within, are also going to these tasks, and how efficient are we in these tasks. Are we really, do we really need to have these thoughts each and every day? Because every thought that you have, every feeling that you feel, all of those things are being processed by your mind, all of those things are being processed by your body, and a lot of energy is being utilized there, right? All of that is happening, if you see it or not see it. And the whole idea of today is to understand, is to start seeing those efforts, is to start seeing these energy leakages that are happening, because we really need to understand that our brains are not built for multitasking. We're still giving it mental load, we're still giving it a lot of emotional load. When I'm talking about emotional labor, I'll tell you what do I mean by emotional labor. Emotional labor, emotional load. So what does emotional load means is, let's say for an example, you had a little bit of rift at home while going to the, before, just before leaving for work, and you're like really not in a very great mind space, but you have to go to the office, you have to attend to a meeting, you have to attend to a client, you have to understand their needs, what are their requirements, and to be able to do all of that, you need to put on a face. You need to talk to your client very happily. You need to talk to your, you need to hold that energy for everybody, that it is a pleasant working space. You're trying to not bring all of the stress into the meeting. So what, because currently you are not very well efficiently, you haven't trained yourself to keep these things separate, what is actually happening is internally you are stressed. Internally there is a lot of push from your body, like, I'm not feeling good. Oh my God, I still have to go and attend this meeting. I just don't want to. I just don't feel like working with the client today. I just don't want to look at even their faces. I don't know if I'll do good or not. Your body is still processing that. And a part of you is still into how could, so a part of you is still thinking about the rift that happened at home. And what is happening is all of these things are being processed parallelly, and you are trying to keep a face in front of your client. You hide it, you suppress all your emotions. Okay, I'll think about it later on. Now I want to focus here. You're kind of suppressing all of that. You're suppressing your anger, you're suppressing your hurt. All of it is into your body, right? And what is happening is your muscles are stressed, your muscles are constricted because there's a lot of suppression. There's something that you have to hold, and like you have to just pretend, you have to keep a face on, right, during the meetings. uh that is what is called emotional load, emotional labor that your body is going through, right? You are managing yours as well as other people's emotions, and that takes a lot of energy, because literally your muscles contract, literally your muscles are being used to hold all of those emotions. Literally your nervous system uh is working a bit more hard than it can when it's in ease, right? So all of this is a task that your body needs to do. All of it is consuming a lot of energy inside of you, right? It's not visible to you. You don't really, nobody really quite talks about this or explains this. Nobody considers this as work, but this is the actual work that your body does. So the energy is being used there. So your mental load and your emotional labor, all of that adds to your energy, adds to your energy consumption. When not efficient, when you are not in sync, when you do not really understand your system, when you do not really know uh, how your body is processing this labor, how can you be more efficient in this labor, that's when energy leakages happen. That's when you feel so tired and you are really not able to understand what's going on. Why are you feeling tired? Because you know what happens is, I'll tell you, what happens is there would be a fight that maybe you had month a, a month back with someone you're close to, and maybe it was with your mom. Let's just say we all tend to have some or the other arguments with our parents. So maybe you had a fight with your mom a month back, and she said something that she pointed something out about you, which you got quite defensive about. Like she said, you do have anger issues, and you're pretty mean when you're angry, and that kind of hurts people. Just an hypothetical example. And when she says that, because you are it takes you like off, and you don't want to like really meet this person who is angry and rude, because you're not ready to accept that part about yourself. So what you do is you just stuff this conversation in your brain. You don't process it, you don't understand it, you just don't want to look at it. So you stuff it somewhere. It stays inside you, right? It stays somewhere in the back of your mind. Now 1 month later on, something happened, some place where you got angry, some place, uh something that triggered you, something made you rude, and you immediately were transported back to this moment when you had this argument with your mom. Now you haven't like really processed it, right? So what happens? Body knows that this is the emotion that I felt. Because you haven't processed it, the emotion is still inside. It's not like you're not done with the whole event. The event is, the book about this chapter is still open. So what happens? Again, your muscles contract. Again, the pressure builds up inside you. You start feeling, sometimes you could really see your heart racing. Sometimes you would see your temperature is getting higher. You would actually feel all of those if you could literally start noticing your body. You would actually feel the temperature rise, the heart racing, or the fear, or the anger. You would be feeling it somewhere. You just need to start uh, paying more attention to the cues that your body is giving. So all of that is happening, right? And your body is again doing that emotional processing, again taking on the load, again doing that labor of managing your experiences, your emotions, managing the room's emotions. And I'll also give you one more example. So while I was in my job, initially I used to work as an Oracle consultant, and while I was working there in the very initial days, of course, everything is new, and for everyone like, that was my first job, and it was quite daunting. It was quite heavy when it came to, because I did not have an IT background, so I had to learn a lot of things into that. be it interpersonal relationships, be it about the product, be it about facing the clients. So I had a lot of things going on in that job, and I used to be very um, I used to be very stressed about it, to be really honest. It Going into meetings would scare me because I really did not want to disappoint my manager. I really did not want to disappoint the client. I never wanted the clients to feel that I am a new to this, because my title said I'm a consultant, and as a consultant I'm supposed to know a lot of things, and then I'm supposed to advise things to people. But frankly, I was very new to it. I was a fresher, and the whole pressure of them never figuring it out took a toll on me. Uh, every meeting would scare me. Going in front of the client, managing the vocabulary, being able to come up with solutions pretty quickly of all the questions that they have asked, of all the problems they have shared. Definitely, that was part of my job description, but there was a lot of pressure to perform. And this pressure was self uh, built. Since I have been a perfectionist for quite a pretty large part of my life, and all this pressure was self built, not just about in the job, but I have had the habit of carrying this pressure everywhere, be it school, uh, be it studies, be it work. So, well, I've dealt with it now, but like back then I used to have this perfectionism syndrome. And uh, even while responding to emails, it would take me, I'll talk to a lot of people before responding to the emails, like am I doing this right, should I use this word or that word, and things like that. So just imagine a pretty simple email response would take me a lot of time, and it would drain me a lot. And it a simple like a simple pretty email could take all of this energy. And then obviously the next step is my belief system being upgraded and telling me that, oh my god, these clients are just so heavy, that they're just so not nice, it takes so much effort to make them happy. Well, the effort was not really about the client. The effort was not to make client happy. The effort was to make me happy, because it was my idea to be perfect. Do you understand the concept of emotional labor and how it is affecting you? Instead of using my energy to help the client become more at ease, I am using my energy to ease off my pressure, which was created by myself. And this is a very common thing that I have seen. It was not just me. Like with this work, I have seen. I used to think it's just me, but the more people I talk to, the more people I meet, the more coaching I have done, it's just whoever have this perfectionism syndrome is going through with this. And I can tell you, with this corporate culture being very heavily, or not just corporate, but yeah, in our country, I think the whole culture is like you have to be perfect, nobody should be telling you anything, because all of us are really afraid of disappointing people. So there's a lot of people pleasing tendencies that we have, and I'm going to talk about that on some other day. But that fear of disappointing people, that fear of failing, that fear of making mistakes, all of that fear, that stress, you carry within yourself. You take it with you. Your body literally carries it. Your mind carries it. The stress response, the coping mechanisms, the insecurity that your body is feeling, all of that is a load for the body. All of that also requires the body to work towards it. And we can consciously choose to suppress it, and that will forever be an open query inside our mind to come back to, right? It will always be an open loop which makes us feel that we are really stuck into something which you actually are stuck into. You're not closing it, so you're just stuck there, right? Do you understand that? So this is how your energy leaks are being created inside your system, right? A lot of your energy, mind space is being directed to holding this energy. For a lot of people, you would have seen that they're just trying so hard to not cry. They're trying so hard to control their tears, right? And it takes a lot of your work. I hope I'm not going too fast. I hope all of this is making sense to you. And if you catch me looking here, like looking down, I'm just referring to my notes. And I hope there are no issues. Let me just quickly check the comments if there are any issues. If there are actually anything, you can just write down in the comments and let me know. I'll just check. Okay. So far, no no issues. As such, I cannot see anything in the comments. I hope the pace is fine for all of you. And if you are like if there are any issues, you can definitely just mention it in the comments and I'll slow it down. Well, nothing so far. Okay, so let us move forward. Now, I would want you to simply I would want you to do a very simple exercise for you to understand how really feel how this mental and emotional labor looks like inside of you. So I would like you to just close your eyes. Close your eyes for 10 seconds. Just breathe in, ground yourself. Close your eyes, breathe in deeply, ground yourself into the present moment and imagine that you had to wake up tomorrow and you did not have anything to remember for anyone else. You just don't have to do any kind of responsibility. You didn't have to make tea for anybody. You didn't have to manage anyone's feelings. You didn't have to go and just rush to a meeting. None of it. Just imagine. Yeah, think about it. Think about it. It's get I get to that feeling like you're going on a vacation. You don't have anything to attend to. You can wake up at any moment. You can do anything, whatever you wish to. You don't have any schedule to follow. Just think about it. Just feel that thing inside you. Like you're going on a vacation, nothing to cook, no calls to be answered, no need to impress your boss, no need to snooze your alarm. Notice the sensation in your body. Notice how your shoulders just drop. Notice how relaxed you are feeling. Notice this little bit smile that you have on your face, the relaxation inside your body, how the tension is all dropping out, and your body is experiencing that ease. Do you feel it? Do you feel it? Yeah? Yeah? Experiencing the ease? Nothing to worry about, nobody to impress, no calls to attend to. This is how you understand how much energy you are spending, your body is spending on the invisible work, on the mental load. Yeah? Just feel the ease, just feel the relaxation that you're feeling inside your body. Look at how a tiny bit of smile that comes to your face. Yeah, this is your body's way of telling you how much invisible work it is doing, the kind of stress it is taking, right? Now, slowly come back to the present moment, come back to the session again. And now we are going to do something very powerful. Up until now, we have understood that we've understood how the energy leaks are being created inside your body. Now, I want you to really see how the invisible work is creating an impact in your life. So, for that, I would need you to do a little exercise. We'll together do an exercise. It's not very small, but like yeah, it would I'll ask you to reflect on a couple of things. So I want you to have your phone or your pen and paper for you to be able to just reflect on that. I will put up a slide. Just give me a moment. So I'm just trying to bring up a slide on the screen. It is taking a moment. So I'll just till then you can grab your pen and paper and just keep your reflective hat on. I hope you can see my slide. Okay. Yeah. So I hope you can see the slide. Yeah. So this particular exercise is called calculating your energy tax, right? So grab your phone or your pen and paper and reflect on this. And this exercise is just for you. You don't have to share it with anyone, but I promise that this is going to be eye opening. So let's calculate what actually this invisible work is costing you. Uh, um, all right. I think on the another screen it could not come up. So just for now, start with this. All right. So in this particular slide, you can see that there are a couple of questions, right? I want you to think about these. I want you to think about, I want you to answer each and every one of this question. The first one is, did you wake up already thinking about what needs to get done today? The answer would be, most of the answers would be a yes or no. So I would want you to just mark yes or no in front of the question. So did you wake up already thinking about what needs to get done today? Did you remind someone else about something they needed to do? Like, did you call them and did you let them know that you had this appointment, or you had to do this task, or you asked me to remind me that there's a deadline on this particular thing? So, was it the case? Did you do that? Did you do the mental planning for a meal, for an event, or an activity without being asked? Like, nobody asked you to do the mental planning. I had to buy groceries, I have to do this, I have to do that. Uh, were you naturally involved? Was your brain naturally involved into this particular activity? Think about it. Did you track? Did you remember someone's birthday, anniversary, or any special occasion? Like, you had that in your mind. Oh, today is this date, today is this particular event. Maybe we should wish them, maybe we should do this. And like, and have you ever noticed it's just you in the group of people who tends to remember this, who tends to carry this in your mind, that uh you might feel like, oh, I love wishing people on their birthdays and stuff like that. You do have calendars for that, by the way. You don't need to like literally carry it in your mind. You're just trying to understand your invisible work. We are trying to make it more visible. So I just want you to like really be honest, really understand how you are contributing to your mental load, how you're contributing to all of these tasks, how you are actually asking your brain to do all of these things uh, that you really don't need to carry the stress for. All right. So the next question is, did you track what's running low at home, your groceries, supplies, toiletries, etc.? Like, there's always this something, this is going to get over. I need to store it back, and I'll do this on Sunday, I'll do this on Monday, and all of this mental calculation is going on without actual planning, without actual systems properly in place. So, did you do that? A yes or a no? Did you coordinate schedules for yourself and someone else? Did your brain run through tomorrow's to do list while doing something else? Okay, tomorrow I have to attend to this, tomorrow I have to go there, then I'll try to squeeze in my work in this amount of time, try to go to the gym. But right now, you're doing a task and you're thinking about tomorrow. Did you make a decision for your house that required you to consider everyone's preferences? You have to get a cake for someone's birthday. You want to ask other people as well, but you'll start thinking about, oh, but let's say you have to get a cake for person A, and everyone needs to have their opinion, needs to have their say, and then you start thinking about, oh, but A likes this, so I might go to this particular bakery. What all options are there in this bakery? And I'll pitch in this to all the other people, and blah 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 blah. What is this the kind of thought process that is, are these the kind of thoughts that are running in your mind? Remember, this exercise is for you. You don't need to share it with anybody, but you need to be really really honest, really really reflective, really really be present with your thoughts, right? To be able, like, uh, when you really be present with your thoughts, that's when you are able to uh, actually calculate your energy tax. Right now, this was for the mental load. Mental load is all about planning, being in your thoughts. I'll do this, I need to do that, I need to do this, I need to take care of that. the mental planning. That is what mental load is about. The next thing that we're going to reflect upon is the emotional tax, right? Did you say yes to something you really wanted to say no? Your family has planned a function, you have a really hectic schedule, you have a deadline to attend at work, and you just don't want to be a part of that function. Like, you don't want that function to be in that space, but in your mind, you're telling yourself, okay, I really cannot say no to this, and I'll stay up all night and I'll finish my work and meet that deadline. Maybe you have to submit a project, so okay, I might as well attend the function because there's no other option. Like, you're taking all the pressure. Like, people need to adjust for you, but you're not allowing them to. So those kind of things, like, or even the simplest of the things, you don't want to go to a movie, but you said yes, okay, ठीक है चलेगा चलते हैं, कोई बात नहीं. Or uh, to your boss, like, you're like, you think that you cannot really say no to your boss, and then your boss asks you for a meeting in the non-working hours, and you are like literally unable to say no because you feel that you don't want to be this person who says no to the manager, who says no to their boss. So you said yes to them. Okay, I'll join the meeting. You can schedule the meeting with the client. So do you keep doing that? And then built up on the anger and the resentment and frustration about the whole thing. Oh my god, why does my boss just doesn't understand? Why does he always reach out in the non-working hours? Uh and all of that anger and frustration and resentment is being stored inside. Do you happen to be doing that? That is what the first question is about. Now the second one is, did you hold back tears, frustration, or anger to keep the peace? Sorry, I think my slide did not change. I'll just change the slide. So yeah, did you hold back tears, frustration, or anger to keep the peace? Right? You are maybe in your family setting or maybe in the meeting, and your boss is like really upset, and they're just telling something to you which is quite hurtful to you. You're holding back your tears and just holding on the frustration that it is not my fault, it is your fault. You said this is why I did that, and but you're like really holding on to that frustration because for you it is important to keep that peace. Or let's say some you had a you had a you had a little fight with your sibling, and just because you don't want to, because it has been told to you that you're not supposed to fight with your family members and stuff like that, some reason you just hold back on your own truth, right? Say yes or a no. Mark all the yeses, mark all the nos to all the questions. Did you change your tone or soften your words to avoid conflict? These are like really important questions, and I really want you to think about it because it is at some level it is very easy to find out the mental load, but to find out the emotional load, to find out the emotional labor, you really need to be present with your feelings, you really need to be present with your intentions. uh, you would think it is all about carrying the situation, but for a moment I want you to keep all your values aside. For a moment I want you to keep all your explanations aside. Just answer it honestly. Did you change your tone or soften your words to avoid a conflict? Just because you're afraid that someone might be offended, you're not using those words, you're not telling it precisely the way you want to, right? Just a simple yes or no. How many like do you find yourself doing that repeatedly? Did you comfort, reassure, or emotionally support someone even though you needed support? So a lot of time what happens is we are into fight with people, or something happens which is like really affecting you as well. But you're thinking, oh, मुझे इतना बुरा लग रहा है, मेरे फ्रेंड को भी कितना बुरा लग रहा होगा, अपनी फीलिंग्स तो मैं संभाल लूंगा, खुद को तो मैं संभाल लूंगी, let me try to be there with her. I know she was rude, but even I was rude. I'll try to be with her, and all of that. So, before comforting yourself, before reassuring yourself, you are fulfilling needs of others. Do you do that? Did you rehearse a conversation in your head multiple times before having it? A classic uh, overthinking pattern, people pleasing pattern, rehearsing a conversation in your head multiple times. If you want to take a leave, uh, how do I present it to my boss? When should I schedule it? And you'd be like, sir, I think I want to go on a vacation, and I am planning to go in this month, and I'm also thinking that there are no client calls, so it would be easy, and constantly rehearsing that conversation in your head. Promotion conversation. Telling your manager, I have done enough work for the whole year, I deserve this promotion. How many times do you rehearse that conversation, right? So, yeah, classic sign, and very easy to spot. This one is very easy to spot. Yep. Did you apologize for something that wasn't really your fault to smooth things over? Yep. You just said your point, and if somebody got offended, oh, I'm so sorry, it offended you. Well, you just said the truth, but you're apologizing for your own truth, just so that you both don't have conflict. This is related to avoiding conflict, right? So you apologize for something that isn't really your fault, so that there is no tension between both of you, right? Did you manage your facial expression or body language to hide how you really felt? We do this so often. Very naturally, it comes to us. We keep hiding our facial expressions. We keep um uh, constricting our body language so that nobody knows how we're really feeling. We try to our maintain a smile. Oh my god, I hope just nobody asks me what I'm thinking, because if somebody asks me how am I feeling, I will just crumble down, and I don't want to crumble down in front of people, right? Do you take responsibility for someone else's emotional reaction to your boundary or your choice? So you are really wanting to establish a boundary, and so let's say you are wanting to, so you're someone who works from home, and you're wanting to go to co-working spaces because you find it quite overlapping working from home. So you keep constantly thinking, should I do that? Should I not do that? Should I, what would my wife think about me if I'm, would she think that I want to be away from her? But it's not that I want to be away from her. I just need my working space to be quiet, and blah, 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 blah. So taking responsibility of someone else's emotional reaction. You don't know what they're going to think. And even if you know they're going to think that, do you not trust your relationship enough to uh, let it sustain a simple choice you make? Do you see? So all of these are adding on to your thoughts, to your energy, and obviously it is all converting into energy leakages, right? So these were the simple reflections. Now I want you to notice, now I want you to notice how many yeses and how many nos that you have had, right? The next part. The next part is understanding how both these emotional and mental loads and the thoughts are contributing, are impacting your life. So reflect upon, did you skip your workout or your self care because you were too tired? Did you avoid working on your passion project, your or your business or your goal that you have been trying to achieve? Did you say not today to something you really wanted to do? Did you go to bed thinking, or did you go to bed feeling like the day happened to you instead of you living it? Like, just, how we casually say it, बस life होती जा रही है. So do you feel like at the end of the day that the day just went by, like you did not live it, you did not like really lived it? You keep telling yourself, I'll start tomorrow, about something that's really important to you. Maybe it's a simple goal of working out every day. Maybe it's a simple goal of taking care of your skin, or having a simple bedtime routine. Even the smallest of those things which are necessary in your everyday life, but you're just so tired, you're so exhausted taking care of the emotions of your family, taking care of the emotions of your work, basically every emotional and mental responsibility which does not belong to you. I really want you to check how your body is feeling about it. Are you feeling frozen, or are you tensed, or are you hyper focused on the productivity? Are your thoughts stuck in, like, either doing so much or then being so tired, I just want to do nothing. Like today I just want I'm just gonna run away. I don't just don't want to do anything. And then the next day you come back and you start doing everything all over again. You're stuck in this loop, all or nothing, all or nothing. I really need to think, I really need you to think about, like, the emotional labor in this relationship. Is it something I have always done, or is it a new expectation that I have built on, like, in this relationship, right? Is something I also want you to think about, is something really happening right now? Like, is there a phase? Is there is if is it, while you're thinking about all the emotional labor that you're doing, mental labor that you're doing, is it just a phase? Is it some crisis going on in your life? There some transition in your life, which is what is causing this, which is what um, is a reason that all of this processing is happening? Or you just casually, or you have just wired yourself to take on to this load, right? Does this relationship really feel balanced and equitable? I want you to reflect on these, because the uh the number of yeses that you have said to the previous two slides, that is the amount of energy uh that is just being taken away from your total capacity. If out of 10 there are like 7 to 8 questions that you have said yes to, well, 70 to 80% of your capacity is being used into those into managing those responsibilities, which are completely not yours, and only 20% is left to actually do what you really want to do. This is the tax, this is the cost of all the invisible work that you're doing. It's not just energy going away, it's not just time, it's your dreams, it's your goals, it's the life that you say that you want to live. All of that is being taken away because of all these responsibilities that you're not supposed to take, or you're supposed to, or they can be like really be dealt with efficiently, so that you do not have to stay in this loop of constant thinking of those things. I get it, groceries are important. I get it. uh, uh there are certain things in life that you have to do, like the part of your day, but it does not mean that they constantly come into your brain time and again and snatch away your flow, snatch away your focus, and snatch away the ease that you have in that you can create in your life, right? So this is what the invisible work is costing you. And I really want you to think about, if nothing changes, you don't change anything about yourself today, what will this cost you in 6 months? What will this cost you in a year? Will you still be saying, maybe someday I'll go and look at my goals? Will you still be burned out and resentful 6 months down the line, 1 year down the line? Would you still be carrying everything alone? Would you still be putting yourself last? Because I know one thing for sure: invisible work doesn't go away on its own, it compounds. Invisible work doesn't go away on its own, it compounds, unless you decide right now that enough is enough, right? No wonder you're exhausted. No wonder you feel like you are nowhere near where you want to be. No wonder you feel stuck. And I'm telling you this, that it is not because you're lazy, it is not because you're not capable. It's because you are paying a tax that you don't need to pay. You are doing the invisible work, thinking that you're going to make people happy with this, thinking that you'll become, oh, this superwoman, superman who is able to manage everything, who is able to just take on so much effortlessly. Because, yeah, on the outside it does look effortless, but you know what kind of effort goes inside, you know what is the tax that you're paying to be able to make it look effortless. How about you start paying this energy to actually the life you want to create? You start paying this, you start consuming this energy towards creating, towards that passion project, towards that workout, towards your body, anything that you desire. How about you start putting in efforts to create ease into your life, right? Because your life is not about making people happy. Your life is about making you happy. Your life is about uncovering your light, uncovering your passion, right? And I know post this exercise, a lot of you would be feeling heavy, um, because a lot of things would have come to surface. And I know you also might be thinking that, okay, I see it now, but what do I do about it, Sanvi? And I know I told you in the beginning that we are going to spot it and learn how to stop it. So that's exactly what the next part is about, because awareness is step one, but it's not the only step. Now you're aware of your energy leakages, right? But what's the next step? So, coming to the solution part of this. Now, the step one. Step one is to notice. For the next 2 days, just notice, when is your brain planning things nobody asked you to plan? When are you managing your emotions instead of expressing them? When do you say yes, but you feel no? Do you take pride in carrying this burden? Do you believe others are capable of helping me? What am I afraid will happen if I pass some of the mental loads to some of the mental load to others? Just notice. That's it. Don't even try to fix it. Don't even try to question it. Just see it. Just observe it. No fixing, no questioning, nothing doing. Just observing. I'd like you to take a screenshot of this particular thing. I would like you to take screenshot of all these questions and start noticing how in your life, where in your life are you doing this? Where in your life these leakages are being created? That is the first step. Just notice. It's a three-step simple process to bring all of these things to surface. The first step is noticing, just noticing it. No judgment, no question, no fixing, nothing doing, just noticing. That is the step one, right? The next step is naming it. If you catch yourself while driving thinking about the meeting, and in the meeting catching yourself that, okay, going back home, I'm going to cook this dinner today, etc., 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 name it. You're catching yourself in planning, oh, that's mental load. You're catching yourself, oh, I don't think I should say that, this would upset them. That's emotional labor, right? Catch yourself doing it and name it in your head. Noticing it, naming it. Noticing it, naming it. Noticing it, naming it. No judgment, no fixing. Right now. Noticing it, naming it. Because once you name it, it's no longer invisible. It starts getting visible to you. And when it is not visible, or when it is not invisible, when it's actually visible to you, that's when you're able to do something about it, right? Because when you start to notice it, when you start to name it, when it starts to become visible, you will also be able to see where all do you do that. You'll be able to bring out certain patterns, right? That is your second step. The third step is setting boundaries. The only, by far in my experience, the best solution to this is setting boundaries. You are compartmentalizing your life to make use of your energy efficiently. Now, for now, because you're starting in this journey, because you're starting to like really see your the you're starting to make invisible actually visible. I would want you to be slow with this process and set one boundary at a time. Just one at a time. Just one at a time. Pick the easiest one. Maybe it is, I need help with meal planning this week. I can't take on that extra project right now. I need 30 minutes to myself today. Any one boundary that is related to your goal, that is related to bringing ease, pick up one and set one boundary. Say no to everything that is coming in between. You're not able to do a lot of self-care. You know you need 15-20 minutes. Figure out a way to protect those 20 minutes. Start small, build the habit of saying no. You don't need to transform overnight. This is a slow process. This is a process where it is going to take a lot of patience, right? uh Setting boundaries uh is the solution. You need to, and when you start, taking it slow patiently, a lot of situations would come up that would trigger you. uh but that's just your body trying to bring to surface because you're starting to listen to yourself, right? It's not your responsibility to stay in good books of your boss. Your duty is just uh till the work. You are allowed to take leaves, you are allowed to not want to cook, you are allowed to take help in all of the tasks that you want. It's completely your life, you design it. And the 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 most beautiful tool of doing that is setting a boundary without any judgment, without being harsh, because it is time that you recognize the impact, the loss, the cost, the tax that you're paying. That is like because of all of this labor, the blocks that you're creating between you and your goals. It's time that you recognize it. It's time that you actually start working on it. It's time that you actually start using this beautiful tool called setting boundaries. I know this could feel this sounds very simple. It is, honestly, it is simple, but it could get complicated because of your previous patterns. It could get overwhelming because of your previous patterns, but it's still very simple solution, a very simple implementable solution, right? Just work on creating that boundary. Some people around you might push back because they are not ready for it. There would be a lot of difficulties. As I said, it could get overwhelming, but you just have to stick to the most simple things that you could do for yourself. And I know a lot of you would have tried previously or not, I don't know, but I know it's not an easy process. I have had my own share of difficulties navigating the process, and this is why I know how difficult it can get navigating multiple aspects of your life together. So if you feel like you need help with this, if you feel like you don't know how to do this alone, you don't need to worry. I've got you. I've got you. I am running a free boundary boot camp at the end of this month. I'm running a free boundary boot camp at the end of this month, and that boot camp is as you saw today, even in the live session, it's not just theory. We have practically understood, felt what all goes on inside us while we are encountering these situations. So in the boot camp also, it would not be theory. It is a lot practice based. It is about identifying your specific energy drains and practicing real boundaries in real situations, deeper tools to practice boundaries in everyday life, building the confidence that you require. All step by step we will uncover in that boot camp. So I would want you to join that boot camp and just show up. It's free of cost. Just don't just register or disappear. Come ready to come be prepared to be honest with yourself and actually practice. That's the energy exchange, your full presence for my time and guidance. I want your complete presence for my time and guidance. If you are ready to stop running on empty, if you're ready to really minimize the energy leakages, DM me boundaries, and I'll just send you the next steps to register. I'll just send you all the details, right? That's what I've been doing. That the boundary bootcamp will happen at the end of this month. I'm going to share a lot more details in the coming weeks. So yeah, don't worry. And if you're like really sure that yes, you do want to attend that bootcamp, just DM me and I'll send you the details. And uh, if you know that you and if you would like to work personally with me, I'll be very happy to guide you the next steps. You can again DM me coaching and we'll have a conversation. Or you can book a call through the link in my bio as well. Whatever feels right for to you, you can just message me or book a call through that link. Anything is okay, and let's have a conversation. So that was what I wanted to bring in today. That was what I had for today in the session. I'm like really open to all the questions right now. So you can mention your questions in the comments. I'll just have a look what all questions, if any, do we have. I'll just give a couple of minutes for people to ask any questions. And if you do not have any questions, then we can just wrap up. but I am here for a few minutes and you can ask me your questions. Also, if you feel like you don't want to comment right now, you can just personally DM me. I'm completely okay with that. You can DM me your queries. If while practicing these particular these this solution while practicing, if there are any issues, if there are any questions, I will always be happy to help you through it. So yeah, you can send me your questions, and for those who are going to watch this as recording, feel free to mention your questions in the comments, feel free to DM me your questions, and I'll be happy to help. Okay, let me see any questions. Okay, not yet. All right, then we will wrap this session for today. I'll be more than happy to see you in the boot camp. It is happening at the end of January. More details in the DM. You can DM me boot camp, and I'll share you the details. Have a um have a very lovely weekend, and I'll see you the next time. Bye bye.